So I wanted to do a quick video showing the inventory of what I have in here. I got verbenias, marigolds. These are some more verbenia. I got some squash that's growing up right here with lettuce all the way around it. I got these big pots on closeout because this time of year they try to sell as many pots as they can so I don't have to store them. This is all lettuce I'm growing for my wife. She likes salads. Over here to the right you see a bunch of basil and a couple giant tomato plants. And I got all these monster basils growing in a hanging basket. Here's a tomato that I had outside. We just recently went through a cold snap, so I kind of uprooted him and brought him indoors to let him finish out his life cycle. And here's a sunflower that I found that had just barely developed. It was going to end up dying. And this is a pepper plant that I sadly, admittedly, bought this year, and it produced 2 red peppers. I've got a bunch of tomatoes over here, a bunch of basil, another tomato. There's my banana. Down here I've got, that looks like a jalapeno pepper. There's some more zucchini. There's some more zucchini going on. There's one of my only indoor morning glories, because for some reason I just can't grow morning glory indoors. But look at this. This is oregano. And so is this, and so is that. And then yesterday I made a plan to try to come up with a winter harvest, and part of that was putting these peas in. Now peas will gather all kinds of nastiness out of the environment and give you tons and tons of nitrogen in your soil. And this little fig tree here, I'm not sure about putting him indoors all winter because I don't want him to think that that's how it always is going to be. So if you guys know anything about that, you can give me a heads up. That'd be great. This is all broccoli, and it's getting chewed to pieces by these little mites that are developing out of the soil that I bought from Lowe's. Now you got to be careful the soil that you buy, because if it has a lot of mulch content, a lot of wood and stuff like that, it grows a bunch of undesirable stuff. There's 3 pepper plants that I have going on, and this is my next generation of basil, along with some of my rosemary that I have back here. It looks pretty good. It's getting there. Rosemary takes a long time, so be patient with rosemary. Now there's some more basil up there, and this is a 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I can't remember, but it's a flower and it's beautiful. It's a real pain in the butt to grow. If you look over there in the back, I got some strawberries that I've transplanted from my neighbor, and then I've got this, I don't even know what that thing is, and then you got this huge guy. I don't know what he is either, but he provides really good sunshade. Then you go around here, there's another lonely tomato, and here I started some okra, and down here I've got some carrots just starting. This is a little experimental window sill thing. I can never get anything to grow in there. I think it's because of soil content. Not sure. Some marigolds. There's some snapdragons that I've transplanted from outdoors to indoors. Here's a couple. I don't know what these things are called. They came in one of those spring mixes, but they make some beautiful flowers. So I dug them up and brought them inside so they can finish their life cycle, because winter is here. Here's some carrots that I've been growing indoors all season long in garbage cans. Bunch of tomatoes. Now these tomatoes were given to me by my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. Supposedly they're a rare breed of tomato that's purple, that is dying out. Well, they seem to be doing all right for me, so we're going to see if we can produce them and get the next generation to come around. Of course, I've got my vast basil collection here, because I love growing basil. And in these little red solo cups here, I planted some beans because I want to try to do a winter harvest of beans. And you might have noticed the solar panel here. He's gathering up battery juice so that I can power my central heating system. And I hooked it all up and put it all together, and noticed that I had a propane leak. So I walked in here one day and it smelled like an explosion waiting to happen. So I went and got a hose from Lowe's, which is really difficult to get in the winter months because a lot of that propane attachment stuff gets either sent back to the manufacturer or it goes on sale and is sold. This little trellis idea, I know you saw that earlier in the year. It turned out pretty good. We'll see how much of it it harvests. So just remember, even though you got a small space, which I guess it is pretty small, but you can still you can accomplish big things in small spaces.